Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Tonight it's the first of 4. Victor Esquivel will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Yeah, you should take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today. Pitcher went to the well one too many times.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Tom Mudcat. He singled his last time up. The pitch. Lays off 1-0.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
This is popped up. And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way.
Settling in now, Will Eubanks. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Will Eubanks.
The 1-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. Eubanks takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he's safe at the plate as it's now a 1-run ball game.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that, and everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
So the lineup flips over and digging in. Tom Mudcat. Base hits, both singles to this point. First pitch on its way. Swing and a little blooper to center. Reyes moving in, but he won't get there. It falls in. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
You think he's not setting a tone for this series right there? Third knock of the night in world.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Tom Mudcat. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Way out in front. One pitch on its way. Popped him up. Hong in foul ground. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. A couple of walks, but no damage. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Leading off the inning, Tom Mudcat. They'll need him to get something going here. Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Reyes is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Well, the discussion around this game is real easy. It goes back to that big 6th inning when they put everything together. They really broke out there and just brought it home after that.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The Bay Sox rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Tanner Scott gets the win in relief, his second of the year.
Here now is our
Victor
final line
Esquivel
score.
struggled and gets the
victorious
loss
Bay
after
Sox.
giving up 6. Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league. Garrett Gerald, a southpaw from Illinois, gets the starting call in this one. What's your take on it, Dan?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Leading off the inning, Tom Mudcat, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Eubanks has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Tom Mudcat. He flew out in his last at-bat. Bouncer up the middle. To his left, Rocha. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first. Digging in, Tom Mudcat. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. They just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Here comes the 0-1. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Sometimes you just got to tip your hat to the offense right there. Nice piece of hit.
In now, Tom Mudcat. He singled his last time out. From the stretch. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. And this will land foul. Perez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he misses with it 1-1. That's taken up and in for ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
There's ball 4.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
6-2, the final total today. The Bowie base up.
This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them.
Game's future stars are on display. Stepping up to the plate, Tom Mudcat. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They've been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with the loss last time out, they've now dropped 8 of their last 9 decisions.
Yeah, Matty, this team has definitely been struggling recently, and then you get a look up right now and you're going to face the ace. Somebody has to step up for this team. I'll tell you what, if they're able to score a few early runs off him and put him on the defensive, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team.
And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors. Now to the plate, Tom Mudcat. He flew out in his last at-bat. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Reyna will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Nothing across here this half. Striding in once again, Tom Mudcat. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Hit down the third baseline. A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line. Cowan is on his way home. The relay, and he is in there with an RBI triple. That triple just seems to be par for the course for him of late.
Yeah, Matty.
Standing in with the bases loaded, Tom Mudcat, as he's presented with the bases loaded situation in a tie ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. So the error winds up not costing him as they lead. Digging in,
Now
Tom
batting.
Mudcat. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Well, he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, newsflash, think he was guessing, boys? Because that was an ugly swing right there.
And that jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Perez stands at third with one gone in the inning. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in. Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure's off.
Our final.
The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air today. Getaway day here in this three-game series between the Binghamton Rumble Ponies and the Erie Seawolves. Erie attempt to end a 6-game losing streak. Next. Robert Grace will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. Striding in, Tom Mudcat. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Mudcat.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. And this will land foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Leading off for the Rumble Ponies, center fielder, Tom Mudcat.
Ready. Here's the first offering. Hit on the ground out to short. Cosmo ranges to his left. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Striding into the box, Tom Mudcat. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. On he pops it up. Bond moving forward, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff.
So striding in, Tom Mudcat. He singled his last time up.
Mudcat.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
2-0 now. Now the 2-0 home. Fly ball into straightaway left. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And now the runner from third scores to give him a very important insurance run. Now a 5-3 game.
Every team is looking for that insurance run late in the game. That run right. Good job there to slam the door for the win. And they finished the month with a bang, just the way you want.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air. Ready now, Tom Mudcat. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. Line drive to left. Valenzuela is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out. So coming to the plate, Tom Mudcat.
Number 48, Tom Mudcat.
First pitch on its way. Line toward right center, and that's going to get down out there. The relay. Throw to second, but he's in there as they also push across a score to make it a one-run game. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Tom Mudcat. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Dive, but it's off his glove, and the run should score. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Standing in, Tom Mudcat, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Valenzuela giving chase, and that retires the side. A run, a hit, and a man left. Into the box now, Tom Mudcat. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a line drive, but that's a foul ball.
This is a tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. You might have to try to get the strikeout right here because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
Moving under it, Ward. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Standing in, Tom Mudcat. He really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Hit back up the middle. Haas takes it in. On to first, and there were 2 down. Leading off the inning, Tom Mudcat. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tom Mudcat. He singled his last time up. Soft liner to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft one.
Digging in and looking for more, Tom Mudcat. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases.
Evaluation of minor league prospects is not only the business of team scouts. Sports agents do their homework as well. From the ranks of hundreds of minor league prospects, the next generation of them, determining which prospects will be those superstars is big business. And getting in on the ground floor is smart business. This prospect has become the object of a notable sports management company's attention. However impressive an agent's qualifications may be, the trading in of a long-time trusted mentor but a fledgling must leave the nest, for a big world awaits. A first conversation with a new representative can be exhilarating to a young player. A savvy agent will engender confidence in his client, confidence that he has a world of possibilities at his fingertips. But the measure of a good agent is how well he can turn these possibilities into actualities. And some such developments take time. A player is challenged to raise the bar defensively. A fast-developing young player has gotten the attention of the higher-ups in management. Prospects may not realize how closely they are being watched, and by other organizations as well as their own. A manager checks in with his ball club. Inferences drawn from season statistics can sometimes illuminate potential areas of improvement.
from 161st. Now in the box, Tom Mudcat, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First offering on its way. Lifted in the air to center. Sung is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Stepping up now, Tom Mudcat comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Sent on the ground out to second. Abraham is up with it, and the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Now batting, Tom Mudcat. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Into the seats, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a soft liner, and that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that.
At the plate, Tom Mudcat. He singled his last time up.
Tom Mudcat.
Pulled toward right center field. Sung is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Tom Mudcat, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. First pitch on its way. Right side, but it's well foul. Harrison on second. Dill on at first with 2 down. Grounded to the right. On to first, and that'll be a bitter pill to swallow for this home crowd as the ball game is over. Tonight's ball game comes to a close.
With the season approaching its final stretch, a manager calls for heightened focus from his players. A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping the season and holding a comfortable division lead, a young team is cautioned not to let up. A minor leaguer hears from his agent. Any chance young players get to acquire some postseason experience, a 2-0 series lead gives this manager an opportunity to share some insights on closeout opportunity. Having earned a chance to compete for a league championship, these young competitors, a manager challenges his players to improve their championship odds by seizing a win in a crucial swing game. A manager checks in with his ball club. A very speedy player is encouraged to refine his base running skills. The manager gooses his team about a lackluster area of performance. A player receives advice about the refining of his game. An agent checks in with a client currently in the minors. This AAA prospect, who had been generating some buzz, has gone cold of late. Once a player catches the public's eye, little he does, good. This manager appeals to his hitters to be more discerning at the plate. A manager checks in with his ball club. A coach hopes to help his player get more out of his plate appearances. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. A player is challenged to raise the bar defensively.
MLB The Show's tour of the minor leagues. Kyle Russell, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what's the word on it?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle.
Stepping in, Tom Mudcat. He reached on a single in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried.
Into the box now, Tom Mudcat. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a liner, but foul. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Poe is in pursuit, and a dive out there in left center, but he can't come up with it. Cowan rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate as they move on top 4-0.
Yeah, you want to applaud the effort.
So standing in, Tom Mudcat, and all eyes are on him as he needs a home run to complete the cycle. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Valaika ranging into the outfield, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading.
At the plate, Tom Mudcat, and he'll complete the cycle if he can blast one over the wall here. This is line to left. Poe is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Tonight's game comes to an end, 5-1 the final score. Las Vegas led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Kyle Russell earns his first.
A manager exhorts his team regarding a deficient area of production. This AAA player has been generating a lot of buzz with his stellar play of late. Excellence commands attention, and an invitation to the big stage inevitable. A player receives advice about the refining of his game. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping. Holding a healthy but not insurmountable divisional lead, this young team is urged not to allow a lapse in intensity. A young team gets some extra coaching up from their skipper before the first game of a very big series. Playoff situations in the minors are invaluable opportunities to teach young. Having split the first two in an extended series, the emphasis, a proud skipper addresses a room of young competitors one win away from competing for a league championship. Having earned a chance to compete for a league championship, these young competitors have gained the respect and fun. It can never be emphasized enough to young players the importance of closing out a playoff series when the chance presents itself. A player who has been far exceeding expectations at the minor league level is welcomed to his first spring training. He is briefed on his current standing in the organization. He's about to get his first chance to show if he's ready to swim in the big kids' pool.
And it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll come on with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, TomsGaemz.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Flores is off at first with 2 away. Hit hard towards center. In there, a base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Tom Mudcat has just collected his first. Alex Wilson has been summoned from the bullpen.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
A tight one, 7-6.
A rookie major leaguer gets a small taste of the national media spotlight.
And it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here to start things out in the bottom of the inning.
Leading up for the match, second baseman, TomsGaemz.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line toward right center. And that's going to be a base hit, so it's a pinch hit single here to kick off the home half of the 7th.
You'll only see about 10 of these pitches a year. The changeup on a tee in the middle of the plate, but tip your hat to the batter right there. He did not come on.
Hansel Robles will come on in relief.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
12-4 is the final in this game. So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and one gone in the inning.
Now batting, second baseman, Tom Mudcat.
Hit to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Alex Wilson comes on from the pen, hoping to finish.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
And tonight's final, 7-3. And as we jump into the ball game, we've currently got a runner at second with one gone in the inning. Next up for New York, Tom Mudcat, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set and the pitch. Swing and a liner to left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And the run's going to score from second as it's now a 5-3 ball game.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get it.
Digging in now, Tom Mudcat. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. Now here's the line drive. That gets down. It could be extra bases. Here comes the winning run for the plate. Now the relay home. And the Mets are going to walk home a winner. Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome. Matt Andrees gets the ball in game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note, and his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Henson will get there, and he puts it away to retire the. Next for the Mets, Tom Mudcat. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Henson ranging back to the track. But it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Well, he hit that one pretty well, all the way out to the warning track.
Standing in as the potential tying run, Tom Mudcat. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sent on the ground out to second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends. So digging in now, Tom Mudcat. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Lifted the other way to left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away. 4-2 the final score today. The San Francisco Giants took the lead in the second inning and From Cobb County. Now at the plate, Tom Mudcat. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a good first pitch as he gets him to bounce one on the ground out towards second. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. And now a chance to stepping into the box, Tom Mudcat. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sliders in for a strike.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count. Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the base.
Coming to the plate again. Tom Mudcat as he'll bat for the second time in the inning. Has a look, now the pitch. Hard hit ball to short, and that's through, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 9-1 ball game. Ready for another shot now. Tom Mudcat. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now here's a shot out toward the gap in right center. And a relay to the plate. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone.
Digging in once again, Tom Mudcat. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Geary shading to his right. 1 out.
And if you're looking for when this game was decided, that's pretty easy. It was the big 4th inning. That was the big turning point, and they made it stand up the rest of the way.